ben atıyorum.
Hı hı.
Hello and welcome to another technical takedown the hard way. In today's video, we're going to talk more about drones. But in today's video, we're going to talk about drones from a different aspect. I've been making a lot of videos about drones and I've told you the reasons why I want a drone. I want a drone so I can give you guys better videos, better quality videos. So I can take and shoot video from aspects which would be impossible without a drone. So this is the main reason why I want a drone, so I can create better quality YouTube videos for you. However, there is a more practical side of carrying a drone on long-term overland expeditions, and we're going to go through some of these practical applications today. Before I go through the list, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, and please click the bell notification. So, what are some of the things that we can use this drone to make our life a little bit more easier on the road? Well, the first thing that we can use this for is search and rescue. So if you are going on a long-term overlanding expedition like we are with your family, and or if you're going with other people and other people get lost, or they somehow go for a hike and you don't know where they are, how are you going to find them? What is the quickest way to find them? If you are remote, you may not be able to give them a call. So the easiest way in order to search large pieces of ground and cover large pieces of ground would be to use a drone, of course. So this is just one of the practical uses. Let's say if you have a dog, you carry a dog with you and your dog runs off somewhere. You don't know where the dog has gone. But if you have a drone, you can search for the dog. You can search large, vast swathes of land very efficiently with a drone. Also, if you have children, children tend to disappear if you take your eye off them for 1 second. I've got a 2-year-old and she does it all the time. I have to be paranoid when I walk outside with her because she will run into the road without giving a moment's notice. So it is very practical to use these drones for searching for people or searching for your furry loved ones, okay? Rescue, of course, that goes without saying. If you do have a problem and if you want to, especially with a drone like the DJI Mavic 3 that can travel vast distances, up to 15 kilometers in distance, you can safely operate the DJI Mavic 3, which I think is incredible, okay? You can do a lot of things with that. Let's say you're in the outback and you have a problem with your partner, heaven forbid, touch wood, it does never happen. But let's say you have a problem with the partner. You don't have any way of communicating with the outside world. You could use a drone to get a message to someone, to find somebody, to look for a place where you might be able to find help in one way or another. You can use a drone for those reasons too. So, search and rescue, very important use of the drone. It isn't just for pretty pictures. Number 2 is safety. Now, when I'm thinking about safety, I'm talking more about safety from animals that might be in the area. Of course, you should be doing some form of training so you can know exactly what to do if you have an encounter with a bear or with a lion or with things like that. We are going on a long-term expedition. We are going to be going to parts of the world where there are cats twice the size of me, only stronger, that has the ability to take me and pull me up a tree and leave me there and eat me later. Okay, we are going there. We're going to places that have those types of animals. And so what you don't want to do is pull up your truck or your camper in a place where the big cats, these hippopotamuses that are even more dangerous. The big five that you really want to stay away from, because some of the big five could destroy you. You can't just run into your car, because even if you run into your car, they'll destroy your car and then they'll destroy you afterwards. We are talking about animals that are that strong. So you could use a drone to scope an area out before you unpack all of your belongings and you set up camp. If it's dark at night, well, if you have the DJI Enterprise, you could use the infrared camera. The infrared camera is brilliant on these things. Some drones have infrared cameras, and that gives you the ability to find heat signatures, especially when it is dark. When it's dark, it is very easy to pick up heat signatures, but you can use them during the day as well, okay? Because our bodies and animals' bodies, they give off heat. That's something that they can't really hide away from. So that's what I mean by safety. Being able to put your camp, your place that you're going to be staying for a night, being able to scope it out before you unpack all of your stuff and you realize that there is a pride of lions in the vicinity. In that case, you're buggered. Number 3, navigation. If you want to get to a place and you want to see whether there is a bridge that's out, if you want to be able to see if there's any danger, any trouble up ahead, whether the road is in a good enough condition, you can do that with a drone. So that is the perfect thing. One of the things that I think that we are more than likely going to be using this drone for. I would rather have this $2,000 drone get put into danger than any of my family. And lastly, safety, of course. Now, when I'm talking about safety, I'm talking about potential criminals, people who are opportunists. These are the people that we try to steer clear from. And it doesn't matter where you go in the world, these people are normally there, waiting for us, waiting for their opportunity. We know that they are there because they are here. Even in Europe, there are opportunists. Maybe not as many, but there are opportunists. Of course, we know as overlanders to make sure we put our things in safe places. But if you are out in a place where it is very remote and somebody has followed you, or somebody has seen your car parked up on the side of the road, what are you going to do then? It's important that you are able to scope a place out to see whether it is a viable place, area that you can park your car in. Make sure that the car cannot be seen from the road. And also, you know, when you're asleep at night and you want to get up and use the toilet, or if you want to keep an eye on what is happening in your local area, whether a car is pulled up close to you or something, you can use a drone, especially a drone at night. The best type of drone would be a drone with an infrared camera, of course. These are the best drones because you can get them up into the air and you can see whether there are people hiding. You don't know. You don't know. And the thing is, I don't want to try and scare you, because this type of thing generally doesn't happen, especially in Africa. That is because it is really, really frowned upon to do something like that in Africa, to the point in which if you are trying to steal somebody else's stuff and you get caught by the locals, you could be risking your life. So it generally doesn't tend to happen in Africa. But regardless, there are still opportunists around and you want to try and keep as safe as possible. Drones can be used in order to make sure that your vehicle is in a place where it cannot be seen from off the road. You can also use a drone to see whether there are any other dangers where you are parking your car to. These are practical uses. Those are the practical uses. Those are the things that we are going to be using our drone for, okay? We're not going to be just making these beautiful videos. And I think it's important that you guys know that if you're buying a drone, that you should use it to the maximum. We're not going to pay $2,000 for a drone just so we can get good pictures. We are going to get the maximum use out of our drone. And I would say that, guys, if you're planning to do the same trip as I'm planning, if you're planning to go on a long-term overland expedition, I would genuinely say make sure you get the maximum use out of everything you bring with you, especially if you are bringing a drone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.